All right, legends. I do not have my front screen yet again, which is very unfortunate. I'm just going to jump into the control room here so I can actually see what you're seeing. There we go. Mike, how are you, man? Got in first. How long you been waiting, Mike, to get in first? How long have you been waiting? How you doing, man? What's happening? What is happening? Little drinking horn in the background there. How is everyone doing? Reload that page. I've been first before, but it's been a bit. How was Galavan? No, I mean, like, how long have you been sitting there waiting today for the live stream to start? It was good, man. It was good. It was a long flight considering I didn't leave the country, but no, it was good. Good to get away and have a bit of a holiday. Been back at work a week, so I've been back home for a little bit over a week, like nearly 2 weeks. Sorry. Back at work for a week, and then yeah, back on break now. How you been? Is your election today or this weekend? So, I'm just trying to get a good angle on this. It's really, really annoying that the screen, for some reason, just doesn't show up. I wonder if I can have any controls over... Oh, I think I tried this actually, didn't I? You don't have control over it in here while you're live. Oh, you just got here a minute before you did, saw the post on Facebook and came over. Ah, wicked. Ah, it's cool, man. Well, you got in first. You got in first. I don't know how many people I'll have here today because it's been a long time since I've done a stream. Tomorrow's the election. Good luck, man. Good luck. I hope that all goes well. Let me just grab this for a second. Can I play with any of the settings while we're live? I don't think I can. No. Yeah, I hope it all goes well, man. I hope it all goes well. Must be a bit nerve-wracking. It's hard because I don't know if you're, I'm waiting for comments. I'm just sitting here quietly because of the delay, waiting for it to catch up. It is a bit of a pain, this delay, I'm not going to lie. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to need to go and change. Why has my logo got a bloody screen around it? That's not what we want. Created some new logos and it's not playing the game. I just want a transparent PNG file on my logo. I don't want... It's got a bloody black square around it. We don't want that, do we? Branding, I think that's in. Change. Where are we going here? Logos. Let's try that one. Done. That's better. publish that. I don't know if that'll take effect on the current live, or it'll have to wait until new videos. Let me just refresh that page again and see if that changes. Yes, it did change. Oh, yes, it did change. Awesome. All right. It'll be what it'll be. I'm not super optimistic I'll get in, but had to give her a go. Yeah, man, that's it. You never know, eh? Never know if you don't try. At least you won't have to worry about the what if conversation, will you? What if I did it? What would have happened? No, but good luck, man. Hopefully it all pans out how you want it to. Another job for you though, eh? How are you gonna have time to get videos out if you're starting another job? Oh wow. I will have to look into that further. Apparently we can start selling stuff on YouTube now. I did not know that was a thing. Of course, it's just Shopify that you can do it through. I think I need to create a Shopify store. Well, it's going to be a pretty quiet chat if it's just me and you, Mike. Instead of being live on the internet, mate, I'll just give you a ring. What's been happening? Have you got a video coming out anytime soon, or what is the go? What is the go? I don't know when my next video is coming out. I have no idea. Where are we up to here with the delay? YouTube is probably going to fall off even more. Yeah, man. I can imagine you wouldn't have much free time if, yeah, taking up, you know, getting more on your plate. Northwind Creative, how you doing, mate? How are you? How's things? Yeah, let's have a look. When was your last video, Mike? I don't remember. You've just been doing your live streams, haven't you? Yeah, just live streams for a while, man. When was your last project? Oh, your giveaway? Was that your last build video? Maybe that wasn't a build video though, was it? Just like me, it's been a while for me too. Tip top, that's good to hear, mate. Good to hear. I've got a few recorded. Gonna find editing time. We'll have more time starting Sunday. Yeah, nice, man. Lovely. Have you started using DaVinci Resolve yet? Have you started using that yet? Yes, I'm going to have very reduced shop time coming up. Bear claw salad. Ah, that's right. I do actually remember watching those. They were pretty cool. They were pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to have even less time in the shop coming up. So I don't know whether to turn this. I got that chunk of American walnut over there. I don't know whether to get in and turn that before I start this project or not. Got that router sled working, a treat, even put a handle on it to, oh man, that's awesome. To reach 110 mil across. That is wicked, mate. That is wicked. I need to upgrade mine. I need to get some stronger bearings, I think, across the top there, like some stronger rails, sorry, and redo mine. because I'm starting to get like a slight little bow in it. Nothing you can't sand out, like it still gets everything relatively flat, but not crisp and perfect. So that's awesome. You got it all sorted though. That's wicked. I had a crack at wood burning horns. It's really annoying because I can't see if that's like in frame properly, but it was pretty cool. It worked really, really well actually, but it absolutely stinks. So, and even like this is the day after and you can still smell it up close. So I'm not really sure how to get rid of that smell. But it worked really cool. I'm gonna try probably sanding it with a real light sandpaper, a real fine sandpaper, and just see what that does to it. Because this was an idea I had for some additional products. But yeah, that was a pretty cool little experiment. And then I got a little holder here, which I don't know how well that would work if it was full. I reckon I'll have to cap it off and cap it off and put some weight in the bottom so it's a bit heavier. But yeah, made a cool little new little chopping board as well yesterday for inside, just a side grain chopping board. So that was pretty good. What else did I get up to yesterday? Did some laser actually, I've got to do some laser engraving today too, as well. Yeah, I need to make sure I remember to do that. Mike, how you doing, man? How's things? 16mm on bench and 20mm for router support. Yeah, that's what I need to upgrade is the router support ones, definitely. Stanifer, how's things going, man? How's things going? Oh, excuse me. I'm absolutely exhausted. Today's the last day I've got in the shop though, for like the next 2 weeks. So I've got a few odd jobs I need to make sure I get done today, even though I really don't want to. I bought a drone, and all I want to do is go and fly it. And then just before this stream, I ran out and bought what I can only establish is the last Fly More combo in Western Australia, because it was an absolute drama to find, and I ended up buying the one I didn't want, the Fly More combo. There's 2 different ones. So I bought the one I didn't want because it was the only one left that I could get now. I ordered one online and they said it was in stock, and then they emailed me like 3 days later saying, sorry, not in stock anymore, going to be a 6 to 8 week wait. And I was just like, no, I'm not having that. So that gives me 2 more batteries, so should give me, I'd say, about an hour's fly time, which should be more than enough, because I can charge the other batteries as well while the drone's in the air, so keep it on rotation. Whereas before, well, I say before, I've only really gone out for like 2 flights, but you got to land and plug the drone in to charge because I didn't have a separate charger. So this will be good. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Plodding along, just getting ready for this series release now. Pretty much got all my ducks in a row. I've got a sponsor on board, so I'm just waiting for some stuff to rock up from them. Once it does, everything's going to kick off there. And yeah, love to hang around, but off to bed. Weekend night shift, no good. Catch you later, man. Thanks for jumping on quickly. I know how the night shift grind goes, man. I do permanent nights, so it's all good. Go and enjoy your rest. Enjoy work tonight. But yeah, so I brought the drone out. I thought I'd give you a peek at what I got. So I went and picked up the Mini 3 Pro, which is super small. It is super small. And with this battery in it, which is the standard sort of, can't even get the battery out. There we go. The standard sort of battery that comes with it keeps it at 249 grams. So it's under that 250 gram weight. So you can pretty much get away with any country, like the regulations and that. In Australia, it's not too bad. I can fly it over that, which is good because the Fly More combo I got has got like extended batteries in it basically, so they're heavier, so it puts it over weight but allows a lot more fly time. But that is the drone there, and I'm quite happy with it. It's been really cool. I've had it up a few times. The reason I went with this one is because the controller you can get with it has a built-in screen, whereas all the ones before you had to mount your phone to the top. And yeah, it's just no good. If you get a phone call or whatever during your flying, you lose it. You got to use your phone battery to power your screen. So this is all just built in. I don't even need my phone with me to fly, which is great. Plus, I get content on my phone at the same time. So it's good. It's good to have built-in screen, and it works really well so far. I've just literally just bought the batteries, so they're on charge, the new ones. Once they're all charged up, I'm probably going to head out down to the beach, which is literally, I put this up in my backyard and I can see the beach. So I might head down there and get some shots, I reckon, and have a bit more of a play around. I took it down last night. I just raced down there as the sun was setting, and there's a pelican down there, which is pretty cool. So I sort of flew over to, he was in the ocean, so I flew over top of him, got some shots, but I had bugger all battery left. So I only got about 10 minutes of airtime. So yeah, I'll get these batteries charged up, and then hopefully tonight I'll shoot down the beach again and go for a bit of a longer fly this time. But yeah, so I bought the drone secondhand, which the drone itself is okay, but I am having a bit of an issue linking it to my account because it's already been linked to an account before. But a hard case came with it, which is good. It protects the drone, but it's not something I ever would have bought myself because the Fly More combo I've just bought has a bag in it too. So, but yeah, so that's going to be my new hobby. At like, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I bought an iPad as well. So I'm already sort of like balls deep in a new digital drawing hobby as well. And now I've got drone flying as well that I need to learn, because this is going to play a very pivotal role in my new series. So I'm going to start having some drone footage coming out on the channel. What are your thoughts on shorts though, on the YouTube shorts? Because I'm keen. Another reason I went for this specific drone is because it goes vertical as well with the camera. You can switch the camera to vertical mode. So I was going to I might do some YouTube shorts and stuff with just not related to woodwork, but just the flights and stuff. So let me know if you guys want to see that. So who's here? We've got 3, it's telling me. Say g'day if you're still here, guys. And who's keen to hear about the new series? Hey? I have been planning this for ages. It's got to be at least 18 months, I reckon, at least, since I had this original idea. And then, yeah, it's just been a process of gathering funds and sponsorships to get the ball rolling. So, yeah, shorts seem to be popular. Could be a good way to promote your channel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking, because it's the same orientation and same sort of editing style as TikTok, which I already do. So I am, I'm thinking of jumping on. The only thing I don't particularly like about the shorts is it advertises on your channel like a new video upload. So I feel like it could be a little bit deceiving to viewers if they sort of get a notification I've uploaded a video and then it's sort of like a random drone footage sort of video. They might be a bit like, well, what's this channel about? But yeah. So the new series that I'm doing, right? It's going to be the first season. I don't know if it'll go longer than a season or not, but assuming that it does, the first season is going to be a 10-part series. With videos are going to be released monthly, so you're going to have one every month, and it's called The Traveling Turner. Hang on, I don't like shorts on YouTube. It's just not how I want to spend my time here. Don't really care for anything under about 12. Whoa, Mike, you mustn't care for many of my videos then, mate, because I'm pretty sure I stick around the 10-minute mark. But I discovered the awesome feature on YouTube of like viewing in double speed. So now if I watch a video in normal time, it sounds weird to me. But yes, so the series, the Traveling Turner. So basically what I've done is I've kitted out my car with another battery, an inverter. I'm in the process, I've got a sponsor on board who's going to be supplying a MIDI lathe. And I'm going to pack it up in my Jeep and I'm going to go bush. I'm going to go forward driving out to the middle of nowhere, different spot every episode. And we're going to turn something in the most random, beautiful, crazy locations. That is the plan. So the drone is going to be flying around while we're forward driving out there, basically bush bashing, as my son likes to call it. As we're heading out to a location, going to have the drone, the GoPro, everything sort of filming the adventure out there. Then send the drone up when we're out there, have the usual camera, the Sony going, the GoPro filming while we turn at the location. Then pack up and head back, and just, yeah, every episode is going to be an adventure to a new location in WA. You're going to be able to see a lot more of WA. It's going to bring an adventure style sort of video into the channel, which I really want to incorporate, because eventually, you know, if I can do this content creation full time, I want to be able to travel and still do content. And doing what I do in here, it sort of limits me to having to be here to make content. So I'm going to start integrating a bit of travel into the channel as well. And yeah, that's the plan. But obviously it's, yeah, kitting out the car was expensive. The lathe, the drone, all of that sort of stuff, it was big cost behind it. So that's why it's taken me so long to get organized. But we've got Pop Shed coming on board. Everything, yeah, as last time I spoke to him, we're all keen to move ahead. So that's awesome. I'm just waiting on that lathe to arrive, and then we're good to go. I've got the drone, I've got the car ready to go. I'm just spending some time now learning to fly the drone, which, to be honest, these DJI drones have a lot of automated settings, which I need because I'm going to be doing these whole adventures myself. So I can't exactly turn and fly a drone at the same time. So that'll be automated, hopefully, flying around, catching stuff. I will do some manual flying, obviously, around some scenery and stuff. And just, yeah, really bring all that into it. 10 minutes is okay if you do it right, and you generally do it right. I just want more story or information than people put in short. Yeah, that's fair enough, Mike. That is fair enough, man. I do know what you mean. I tend to go on TikTok when I've just got, like, time to kill and I don't really want to get invested. I find when I watch YouTube videos, I don't like stopping and going away and coming back to them. Like, I want to watch the whole thing in one go. So if I've only got a little bit of time, that's when I'll tend to jump to towards TikTok. Dufster, how are ya? Going to use a generator to power the lathe. No, so I'm going to be powering the lathe straight from the car. So I've got a battery and an inverter set up in the car, and I'm going to plug the lathe, and also got solar panels as well that I bought. So the solar panels plug into the battery, keep that all sorted. And yeah, I was going to go with a generator. That was the original plan. But the noise was my major concern, is that obviously for filming, I mean, the drone itself, you're not going to have sound coming from the drone footage. But if I did want sound, I did not want a generator going. Plus the generator is going to limit where I could go as well, because if you're close to, you know, anyone, they're going to hear the generator going, whereas the way I'm doing it, it's going to be dead silent apart from the noise of the lathe. So yeah, so it's all going to be powered out of that. I've got to get this lathe. I'm pretty sure I've gone through all the specs of it, and there should be enough power to power the lathe. Should be. I'm waiting for the lathe to get here before I actually can try it all out. But yeah, it's all set up, ready to go. So once the lathe gets here, a few trial runs and then we'll go. There's obviously going to be a restriction on what I can turn. So there's going to be no resin in this project, in this series at all, because if I'm out in the middle of the bush, I'm not going to be picking up the wood shavings. Wood's fine. Wood will, you know, it's part of the environment. It'll be fine. But I can't go slinging, you know, shreds of plastic around everywhere with resin turning. So there won't be any resin. It'll be purely timber. And what I'm going to try and do is actually, on the drive out there, find some timber to use for that project. That's the ultimate goal. I think I'll take timber with me just in case we don't find a suitable piece or something like that. But ideally, yeah, I want to film the trek out there, pull over, find a piece of timber, pick that up, go to location and turn something ridiculous out of it. And then either leave what I create where I create it or bring it back. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll have to see how that's going to work. Can't wait to see the first video. Man, I cannot wait to just get started on it. The catch is, I want to get it all filmed before I start releasing. So I want to film all 10 episodes just so that I can guarantee the release schedule. I don't want anything, you know, if anything happens, touch wood it doesn't, but, you know, my son gets sick or, you know, a family emergency comes up, something like that. I don't want anything to halt the schedule. So I want to film the entire season and then I will edit the entire season and then I will release them one by one after that. So still going to be a little bit away until the first video comes out, but I'm really hoping that I'll be able to start releasing from early next year, hopefully around February for the first episode. But obviously it's going to take me a few months to actually get out and film it all too. So where are you going first? I haven't decided exactly on the location, and this is another sort of thing I'm trying to figure out. I've got a few locations in mind, but I don't know whether to sort of wing it in the sense of just drive somewhere and just follow my gut. But there's a lot of nice places around WA, a lot of nice four-wheel drive sort of tracks and that sort of stuff. So I don't know exactly where I'm going first. I've got a bunch of locations that I'm keen to use, but obviously I want some cinematic views. Like I want some nice scenery. I haven't seen anything like this done before anywhere on YouTube, so or anywhere for that matter. So I just want to do it right with the hopes of possibly taking it further in season 2 than YouTube. If it's well received, yeah, we could be onto something a bit more than just YouTube, hopefully. But I've got to do this first season right. So I've got to learn to fly this well so that we can get some good cinematic footage. So that, I've been holding on to that for a very, very long time, and I'm super excited to get to it and get it going. Because it brings that element of travel to my channel as well. And that's very important because I want to get to, you know, a point where if my missus wants to go back home for 2 or 3 months, we can go and do that and I can continue making content over there. You know, new locations obviously involve travel. So I want to start incorporating a little bit of travel content into my channel so that it sort of naturally progresses and doesn't just seem like a really hard shift from woodworking to travel and everyone, like all you guys are just like, what the hell is going on here? Don't want that result. So yeah, just an easy transition. But super excited. And it's going to be very difficult because, yeah, it's going to be hard. I'm going to have to drive, operate the drone, turn whatever I'm turning. I'm going to have to be operating 3 cameras while turning. It's going to be full on. So I'm just really hoping everything pans out the way it sort of is in my head. So yeah, that's the big news, guys. You guys heard it here first. I did say that this stream was where I would be talking about it first. So obviously, if you want access to the content first over on my Patreon, the guys over there will be getting first access to that, and they will have access to it once it's done. So it won't be sort of month to month for them. It'll just be once the edit's done, I'll put it out for Patreon. And yeah, they get to enjoy it over there from, I think is it the Elites tier? I can't even remember what my tiers are called. I think it might possibly be the Elites tier and upwards. They have access to it. So, Duffster, sounds like a plan. Yeah, man, I cannot wait to kick it off. All right, we've got a few more people jumped on. Say g'day in the chat, guys, so I know you are here. That's going to be rad. You're going to beat me to 10K subs for sure. I don't know about that, Mike. I don't know. Let me have... Where are you at now, man? How many you got? I'm going to jump on your channel and have a look. So you're at like nearly 5.6, man. You're keeping 1100 ahead of me fairly consistently. Like you are fairly consistently keeping 1100 ahead. But I am honestly hoping that the traveling turner does boost that up a bit and get the channel growing. It's just a matter of it catching the algorithm, I think, on YouTube. That's going to be the hardest thing. So make sure you just smash that like button and the share when it comes out. Eric, how you doing, man? How are you? Yes, hopefully it does get it to a point where this the channel starts becoming profitable and not just barely covering its own ass. Because after the drone purchase, it is not covering its own ass. You must look up at the roof. Look up at the roof at night, coming up with all the ideas. Your mind is... Yes, mate, it is always thinking. My mind never shuts off. It's a bit of a pain. But it definitely keeps me awake at night, these ideas. This traveling turn has kept me awake many a nights, trying to figure out, all the ins and outs of it, how to make it work, what the best options are, the locations. It's been full on. But I'm super stoked. Literally just waiting on the lathe to rock up. And I'm good to start heading out and actually giving it a crack. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Recycled wooden things. How are you, man? How you doing? I just need to duck inside, guys, because I still haven't got a workshop fridge. So I'll be back in a second. These are also like the first beers I've had in about 3 weeks. So, yeah, I'm just getting used to them again. Huh. The last week of my holiday, I didn't really have any. I got really, really sick, actually, a couple of days before we come home. I was really sick for like 5 days, just bedridden. So, and then I didn't drink when I got home, don't drink at work. So it's been a while. It has been a while. Where did you buy it from? Where did I buy what from, Duster? Anyone else having a beer? Is anyone else having a beer? Is anyone else having a beer? I'm not sure. Pernell, how are you, man? How you doing? Been too cold? Duster, where are you? It's never too cold for a beer, mate. Never too cold for a beer. So I was really hoping, I'm going to have to, once I get a bit more confident with the drone, I'm going to actually try and fly it in here. So it's going to be difficult because the roof is so low. So I don't know how it's going to go, but it would be pretty cool. I bought these, I bought basically cruise control. Eric's on the bourbons. Nice, Eric. Where did you buy? Oh, the lathe. So the lathe is from Pop Shed. So they're going to be sponsoring the series. So they're sending out one of their lathes for me. So I've actually got, that is one thing. When it gets here, I'm not sure if it's coming with a stand or not. So if it doesn't have a stand, I'm going to have to organize a stand before I can start. So that is actually one other thing. But yeah, so hopefully that will be here shortly. What kind of bourbon? Standing for Councilman Mike. Only bell not, but I've been fighting. Oh, big C, you mean COVID, man? That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. It's been lovely in Perth, eh? I work up in Pilbara and it's hot as up there, and then I get back to Perth and it's like, well, now it's 20 degrees, which is a little bit on the hotter side for me. But I think last night it was like 9 degrees and I was like, this is bloody wicked. I love it. But I brought these. They're essentially the cruise control, because I actually follow, I don't know if any of you guys are into like cinema photography and stuff like that. But I follow a lot of guys who just make like camera content. And Philip, I think is Scrubber is his last name maybe. He had these and they seem wicked. So basically how they work, if I can get that out, you can see there's a little spot in there that clips onto your stick there, and then you screw this down. There's a little rubber foot that goes on it, but you screw it. Oh, I think you have to have the rubber foot on. Hang on. Otherwise you're not going to make the depth. They're just a little bit hard to get off, I'm finding. But I don't know if any of you guys fly drones or not, and you sort of know how they work. But the tiniest little movement on your sticks here will create movement in the drone. So with these, you tighten and loosen this screw here, and it ever so slightly adjusts the stick and it holds it in position. So basically like that, it's got the slightest little tilt to the left, but that's going to cause my drone to really slowly pan to the left. So there's one for each of them. So you can sort of get them to just ever so slowly circle. And I've been wanting to get a slider for my camera for a long, long time. But a decent quality slider, you're looking at like $800 and more, you know? So I sort of thought I could get the same effect with this cruise control sort of setup on the drone. The only problem is flying it inside. Now, the Mavic 3 doesn't have, the Mini 3, not the Mavic 3. I wish I got the Mavic 3. But the Mini 3 doesn't have internal cooling. So that's the only issue. It needs to be moving around to keep cool. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be trial and error, I think. I reckon I might be able to get away with it flying around the shop for little segments at a time. It ain't going to fly around in here for an hour at a time. I think it'll just probably get too hot. But, you know, when you're operating the table saw, you could have this drone just really slowly panning over the top. I think it'd be really cool. It brings some really unique footage into my videos, I reckon. So... Oh, Duffster, sorry, man. How's it going? I hope everything's going well. I lived in Headland. Oh, you're in Headland? Bloody hell, yeah. So we're about 2 hours out of Headland. Pilgangora is where I work, the mine site. Near Wodgina. So yeah, it's about a 2-hour bus ride to Headland. I fly out of Headland every week. So, it sounds good, Eric. Makers used to be my go-to. Love it. Auto. Yeah, Chris, yeah, it's basically autopilot, man. So basically, and I mean, the Mini's got those settings on it already. But as I only discovered last night, I used master shots for the first time, which is what I intended on using. But it color graded itself, like it went to the standard DJI color grading, which I was shooting, all of my manual flying, I'm shooting in that D-Cine-like, because I can color grade it in DaVinci Resolve, like in post, in editing. So I was going to color grade it all myself so that I could match it as best as I can to the Sony, because the GoPro is massively different to the Sony as well. So I sort of wanted to find that in between. But with master shots, it looks like it does it automatically, which I'm not a fan of. So with that autopilot, I can still shoot in the neutral D-Cine-like and then edit it in post. So it's, yeah, it should be good. It should be good. I'm just really hoping it goes to plan and it doesn't prove to be, you know, a lot more difficult than my thoughts. I just got to plug this GoPro in, guys, so that we get a little bit more life out of it. But yeah, this was a product idea I had. I don't know if I said that before, but a few more people on. I was going to start sort of engraving these with different designs and selling them, but unless I can figure out how to get rid of that smell, it still stinks. It's yesterday that I did this, so I don't know. I'm wondering if I sand it down a little bit and maybe put some wax on it. I'm wondering if that will get rid of the smell. Obviously, I want to test it out first and I'll sort of hang on to it for a while. The horn is starting to shed some bits though, so that's not the best quality, is it? But yeah, I'll hang on to it for a few weeks once I actually figure out the different techniques I'm going to try and see, because I don't want to send a product out to someone and then have problems with it down the track. So, but yeah, it worked extremely well. I was very surprised at how well it worked. But I have laser engraved leather before and it does stink. So I worked at Headland Airport for many years, Ansett, and then Air BP. Yeah, right, wow, Ansett, that was a long time ago. Yeah, they're doing a big extension at Headland Airport at the moment, like doubling it in size. It's a very small airport. Very small airport. Try putting it in a bag with some tea tree oil and see if that works. That's a good idea, mate. Mrs. has all those fancy oils. Yeah, I might do that actually. I might do that and see how that goes. Because yeah, it would be cool to be able to sort of engrave those. Just something else a bit different, you know. Add on to the website there. So yeah, that's the major news that I've got, guys. I'll show you this for those who haven't seen. I did post up about it, but I finally got my very first piece of American walnut. Finally. So I have lopped the edges off it. I did that yesterday on the bandsaw. It was a big square piece. It's massive. Let me grab a tape measure. I don't actually know how big it is. What do we got? 350 mil. 350 mil, which is, I don't even know. Let me see if I've got a conversion here. It'll be about 14 inches, thereabouts, around about 14 inches. And then it's at least I'd say 50 to 60 mil thick. So that's, yeah, over maybe 2.5 inches thick. I can't wait to turn this. I've wanted to have a go at this. I watch too many like American and Canadian YouTubers and you all use this. So I cannot wait to give it a crack. I got this from Custom Creations. I actually went and visited the Custom Creations workshop while I was over east. So that was really cool. Spent a few hours over there with Scott. And yeah, he gave me that. Very generous of him. I cannot, so I had to get it back in my luggage. That was interesting. But I cannot wait to give that a crack and see how it goes. We used to play cricket in the terminal when no one was around. That doesn't surprise me at all, man. That doesn't surprise me at all. It's a bit like sort of the Darwin vibes, I reckon. Turning that tonight. No, I'm not, Stanifer. No, unfortunately, when you do what I do and you're making content and stuff, you can't really just jump in and just have a crack at something and sort of half do it. So that'll be a full day venture for me, turning that. that will be a full day venture. I have to set all the cameras up and that. It like doubles your turning time when you got to film it. So definitely not today. We're already at like 12:15. I've got a few jobs around the house I've got to do today actually. So that'll either come out before I start Traveling Turner, or I will save that piece for the first episode. I'm not quite sure yet, but I want to actually plan or get a bit of an idea what I want to do with it. I don't just want to wing it, because I want to get the best results out of it. So I would love to just turn it tonight though. Sometimes I do wish that I didn't film stuff so I could just have a crack at it. I love turning walnut. Yes, well, I'm hoping I love it too, man. Any advice? I've never done it before. I'm assuming, like, it's very heavy, but the way everyone talks about turning it, I assume it sort of turns quite soft. Maybe on Monday's live show. Yeah, see, you got the right setup, Mike. You make stuff on your lives, eh? I don't. I just sit and drink beer and talk. But maybe I can sneak a few lives in. I'll have to see what the reception's like actually on these adventures. Because if I've got some reception, I could probably live stream from my phone in some areas. It's not going to work from the GoPro because I ain't going to have Wi-Fi. But yeah, no, I can't wait to get cracking on that. I've marked center and got it all good to go. So yeah, hopefully, maybe on my next day in the shop, depending on if my lathe gets here or not while I'm away at work this swing. If it does, then I will probably just be getting out to film the Traveling Turner as soon as possible, because I'm quite restricted in when I can get out and actually film it. So I just drink and talk sometimes too. Yes, I'm normally asleep when your lives are on, man, so I don't get to see a lot of them. I've watched your playbacks though. So yeah. In terms of the shop and, you know, what's coming up, I think that's about it. All of my energy is focused on the Traveling Turner at the moment. I bought recently, completely not workshop related, but I bought a really, really nice set of kitchen knives. So I want to make myself an end grain cutting board. I've made them for other people, I've made them for videos, but I don't have one for myself. So I want to make a really big, thick, just way over the top end grain cutting board. And then I've also been thinking, like, I've got a lot of timber back there. Unfortunately, not a lot of it's cutting board quality though. There's a lot of voids in it. So I just want to throw some stuff together. I also bought a nice chessboard not recently, it was a few months ago now, but I want to build a table for that to go on as well. So I've definitely got so many plans. Like, there's just plans galore, but it's just a matter of getting the time to do it all. But I do want to start clearing out this pile, sorting through that timber, finding what I can use for chopping boards. And I'm hoping to put a video together on a chaos board. Never done one before, but that's what I want my chopping board to be, a nice thick chaos board. So yeah, I just don't think I've got quite enough species there to do a decent one, so I might have to go and buy some more. It'll be really cool if I could get some purple heart and some wenge, whatever you want to call it, how people pronounce it differently. All of those are super expensive though. But Carbatec do have some in stock down there, so not of the purple heart, but of the wenge, whatever you call it. I think they've got some Paduke down there as well, which looks quite nice too. So, but again, money. But a nice chopping board is essential for the nice set of knives. So the one I made yesterday was just like a face grain board, actually, come to think of it, with live edges. So I did, there's just out of some nice solid marry. I had a little piece. Well, I had two little pieces. I was like, I don't know why I kept them. Can't really do much with them. So I glued them together and it just so happened that they glued together really, really well. The grain patterns align really nicely, so you can't even really tell that it's glued together. And then yeah, just gave it literally, I knocked it together within, or the glue I left for a few hours to dry, but overall the process itself took me half an hour, not waiting for the glue to dry, not including the glue drying, obviously. But yeah. Where are you going to get that from? Is that the exotic timber? I don't know, man. Carbatec and maybe OzTim I might be having a crack at. Happy Saturday at work again. James, how are you, man? How you doing? Stuck at work. That sucks, man. How do you say that, Stanifer? Bacote? Bacote is nice too. I have never heard of it. I'll have to have a look. Just found a walnut bowl blank in the pile. Yep, gonna do it on Monday. 8.25 across and 4 inches deep. Wow, that's pretty deep, man. It does really, it confuses me even more when the imperial system uses decimal points and not fractions. Bocote, right. I'll have a look now and see what it looks like. Oh wow, that is very nice, isn't it? I feel like that will be holy dooly. Yeah, that will be super expensive. So let's have a look at end grain. I assume that will look pretty cool. I wonder if I could get some, well, yeah, I mean, I suppose I could get some of that, definitely. Looks a bit porous at the end grain. Is it good for chopping boards? That is super nice. That is super nice. I will definitely have to try and get some of that. But just looking like on Google, you're paying, that piece is $300. Wow. It's 2 inches by 2 inches by 36 inches. And it's $300. That is crazy. That's a very nice timber goat. That'd be nice for a face grain board as well, or a table. That is wicked. Very nice. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go out hunting for some nice exotic looking timbers and do a chaos board. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till Google sends through my next few payments though. I think it's from South America. I only had a few pen blanks. Oh yeah, nice. South America, they have a lot of good stuff down there, eh? Justin, how you doing, mate? How are you? Things are good, things are good. Just, yeah, just running through potentially the last live stream that we're gonna have for quite a while. If you legends are still on as well, if you could hit that like button for me, please, that really does help. That really does help. Man, I'm getting all these scams on Instagram at the moment. Every time I post, people are just like, promote it here, promote it here. I spend my life just reporting spam. It's crazy. I got a TikTok video that's going nuts at the moment. It hasn't got that many views, but comments just keep piling in on it. I'd never waste this cool face grain figure by using it in an end grain cutting board. That's true, Mike. It did look bloody epic on the face grain. It did look epic. So maybe I'll make some nice face grain boards out of it if I can find some here. But if the face grain's epic, the end grain's normally pretty cool as well. So it could be a good mix-up between, you know, some Jarrah, some Marri. I've got some salmon gum. I've got I've got camphor laurel, but I can't imagine that would be good for a chopping board. I'll have to look into that. I'm just wondering whether it would like taint the food. Because I know like when the cows eat, I'm guessing like the saplings or whatever, it like taints the milk. I can't remember that story fully, but there was a story about that. Because it's got such a strong aroma, it was like tainting the milk when the cows ate the leaves and stuff. So, because I've got a bit of camphor actually laying around. I forgot I've got a box of it over there as well. Yeah. We've got some options there. What are you guys up to in the coming weeks? Justin, are you in Perth yet, man? I'm itching. I'm absolutely itching to get out and fly my drone. I've got to replace the rollers on my rear sliding door to the house, and I'm not looking forward to that because it's not a standard job. Like I thought it was just going to be lift the door off, change the rollers, but you can't even lift the door off. The door's 2.5 meters high, and yeah, it's built so I've got to pull it apart. I've got to take all the screws out, knock the stiles off the side, which leaves the glass just like free hanging in the middle. It looks dodgy as, but all of the DIY videos from the manufacturer show you just, knock the side off and then pull the rollers out from underneath. I'm not looking forward to it, but it needs to be done because you can barely open the door. It's so heavy, and the rollers underneath must just have a flat spot on it. It's terrible. Narrows end grain is super cool. Kind of soft for a hardwood though. Yeah, right. I don't want anything too soft. Let me have a look. What's that look like? Plus, everything you guys tell me is probably going to cost me a fortune over here. Oh yeah, it looks fairly similar to sort of young Jarrah, if you get Jarrah at a young stage. Yeah, man, about a month in, I think I'm staying in South Perth right next to the zoo, so I might go there tomorrow. Oh, wicked, man. Yeah, cool. I took Dexy there. It was a while. It was probably a few months ago now. Maybe 5 months ago. Yeah, it's not a bad little day trip down there, eh? The zoo. Not a bad little day trip. They're a pain to change. The rollers, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all, man. Not looking forward to it, but it needs to be done because my son can't open the door to get in and out, so I need to change them. I just don't know what I'm doing, and I just want to fly my drone. I've got some cherry I'm looking forward to turning. Nice, Danifer, nice. Haven't turned cherry either. So all of these things that I haven't had a crack at. Lovely. What's everyone else up to? Any shop projects coming up, guys? I am going to make I'll probably cut two-person job, really. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. It's a two-person job. That's all right. I'm Sasquatch, so hopefully that accounts for like 1.5 people at least. But yeah, probably cut this live stream off around the hour mark, guys. Got a bunch of stuff to go and do, and it's eating at my mind now. You know, you think like I've got to do that, and then you sort of realize all the other stuff that goes with it, and you're like, shit, I'm not going to have enough time in the day. So yeah, see what you guys have got planned for the coming week. I've got a few bits of content to put out on TikTok, and I'll probably upload them to YouTube as shorts, I reckon, as well, just so I've got some stuff coming up. Have you guys checked out the new merch? Have you had a look at the designs? I spent a few hours doing up some new designs. They're going to keep coming as well, but I'm pretty much aiming for all hand drawn now, like I'm drawing them myself. So I've taken out some of the like Photoshop ones that I had up, the real colorful ones with sort of stuff that I've made. Got rid of those, and I'm just going with sort of ones that I've drawn now. So a few designs up on the website, a few of the new ones. I've ordered some new ones. So this logo's gone now. This is my old logo. So I've replaced that, did a new logo, again, all hand drawn. Yeah, I've got some new shirts on the way for me, and I had like over a year, 8 years ago, I made the logo and did all of that. That's how long I've been planning this, but I remade the logo. And I hand drew it, remade it all, did it myself. So I've ordered 2 new Traveling Turner shirts so that I'll wear them when I'm out as well. They'll go up on the website. They're not on the website yet, but they will go up closer to the launch of the series. So stuck doing the day job at the moment. I'm really going to ship these loving designs for the merch. Awesome, man. I'm glad you like the merch designs. Thank you. So funny when you talk to woodworks on the other side of the world. We're over here wishing we could get stuff like Mary and Jarrah, and you wish you could access to cherry and walnut. Yeah, man, the grass is always greener, isn't it, dude? Like, I've got Mary and Jarrah just coming from everywhere. And it's even funny, like, you say the other side of the world, but even the other side of Australia, like over where Scott is, they class Jarrah as like an exotic. Whereas in WA, people burn it as firewood. Like, I can go out right now and buy a trailer load of Jarrah in perfectly probably turnable blanks, but sold as firewood for cheap as. Bunnings, which is like Home Depot or whatever you guys have over there, they sell Jarrah here, whereas they don't on the East Coast. It's like an exotic. So yeah, it is crazy the different areas that what they class timber as. But that whole back wall, all up against that back wall, is all Mary, and that was from like a sawmill. That was their scrap. They were like, they literally sold me like 400 kilos of it for like $200. It was crazy. It worked out like over on the East Coast where Scott is, that's $2,000 worth of timber I got for $200. It was just mental, absolutely mental. But you guys are the same, yeah. You got some cool stuff over there, eh? But it's just the grass is greener. Like I get bored with Jarrah and Mary all the time. So yeah, I'm gonna I'll probably keep uploading shorts for the drawing design as well, because I bought Procreate, and that's what I'm using to do all my design, like draw all my designs and stuff. And it's got a wicked feature in there where it automatically records a video when you're drawing. So those processes, I find them pretty cool anyway. So I'll probably keep uploading them to shorts. Just catching up, watching from start on 2x speed, then the Traveling Turner sounds awesome. I didn't know you could do that, James, while the live was still on. I didn't realize you could do that. Yeah, man, I can't wait for the Traveling Turner. I really can't wait to kick it off. What would it take to drive over there? Stanifer, to drive from where I am to where Scott is, you'd be looking, well, just in WA, the state I'm in, it takes 17 hours to drive from one side to the other. So I've done that a couple of times, and that's, yeah, non-stop, no breaks, nothing. That'll be 17 hours. Then I'd say realistically, at a pretty fast pace, you'd be looking probably 4 days. I reckon you could do it. That'd be pretty quick pace. Like if you were to stop and actually check out some scenery and stuff, I'd say you'd be more looking at like 5 days to a week. No, it'd be more than 2 days, man. Got to be more than 2 days. It's 1 day just from one side of WA to the other. Unless you're going to do the whole of South Australia and then like New South Wales, Queensland, sort of all of that in a day, which I feel like one side of Queensland to the other would be about a day as well. Yeah, I reckon 4 days would be a pretty quick pace. It's along, how far is it? Let's have a look. So 4,500 kilometers. Yeah, 4,500 Ks straight through. Take them a truckload of wood and sell it. I definitely could, man. I definitely could. I think with the price of fuel at the moment, though, I don't know if you'd get much back. I don't know if you'd make much profit, the cost of driving over there and back again. Michael, how are you, mate? Catching alive just at the end. Not far off finishing up, actually. But yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy, the different timbers and how they're classed. All right, legends. Well, finish up. Let me know what you got happening in the coming week. A couple of you guys have already told me. Stanifer and Mike have both got some projects ready to go. I'm got a few more days of bits and pieces around the house and learning to fly a drone. That's a big one for me. It's crazy, man, isn't it? The cost of everything is just absolutely insane at the moment. Absolutely insane. PayPal letting me know I've got money coming. But yeah, so I will keep you guys updated. Obviously, I assume if you need a hand, I will help with the door. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to go and assess the situation a little bit further, and I'll let you know. But I'm hoping I can get it done. It looks fairly straightforward. It's just a bit of a pain that you can't just lift the door off and change it. But I will let you know, man. Thank you. But I assume all you guys are on across the socials, the J&D socials, so keep your eye out there. I'm not going to plan another live stream because I know I'm going to have time. I'm not going to have time with Travelling Turner and that, but we might happen to do random ones here and there. So just stay posted on the socials. Travelling Turner is such a top idea. You'll beat me to 10K. What are you on, James? I have no idea what your... Let me have a look. I'm going to have a look at your channel. Oh, I don't know about that, man. You're getting close. You got, what, 8.6. You're getting close to 10K. Hey, I'll be chuffed if I can beat you to 10K, man. If it does that, that'll be wicked. But yeah, no, I am hoping it'll boost it. I've kept it under wraps because I haven't seen anything like it, but we're quite close to kicking off now, so I'm looking forward to it. Very, very excited to get it going. But yeah, stay posted to socials, guys. I'll let you know if there's any more live streams. Obviously, I'll do any major updates sort of in the stories, probably on Instagram as well. So just check in each day, once a day, see if there's any new stories, because they disappear after 24 hours. But yeah, hopefully I'll get another YouTube video out this year. I know that sounds crazy to say because it's like, wow, there's still 3 months of the year in, but realistically, it's probably going to take me a few months to film, like using all my spare time to film the Travelling Turner. So I don't know how many more YouTube videos I'm going to get out this year. Hopefully, maybe I can get this, like this will be my last one for the year, hopefully. Maybe I'll get that turned and out before Travelling Turner kicks off. We'll have to wait and see. But sounds like an awesome idea. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. It's, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it into production and making it happen. But I'll talk to all you guys in the future. socials. If we don't do another one of these lives this year, if I get the time, I definitely will, because I do enjoy them. But yeah, I'm going to be pretty time poor. So thanks for tuning in though, guys. I do appreciate it very much. And